Welcome back! Do you want to say hello? Right, why we're not focusing? Focus on me. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, part 5 maybe. Not part 5 maybe. Right, straight into it. Rick's just done a load of filling on the pinholes on here and sanding them down. You can barely see them anymore now. It's all smooth and sexy. Just changed some settings on the EcoFlow unit so that it charges while idling. As you can probably hear, the van is idling now, and there are pretty much near enough 800 watts going in from the alternator. And these lights up here are connected to that at the moment. We're just about to map out where the diesel heater is going to go so that you can do what? Do the bed rear.
I'm doing the power of mime today.
Power of mime. Some people would probably prefer if you were just the power of mime all the time, to be fair. Yeah, so we're going to put the back on the bed, the frontal, the back-tul.
Your back-tul,
the back-tul.
Lack of a better word. Yeah.
We're going to do the well, Rick's going to do the back-tul today, so I'm going to map out where the diesel heater is going to go, because it's all going to be boxed in on this side, and then boxed in on this side for electric. So that's the bit that we're up to at the minute. What are we hoping to achieve this week? Maybe 1 or 2 jobs?
Yeah, get the bed. Well, bed and seating.
Bed and seating this week. That's the thing, and hopefully get some more of the electrics in place.
Yeah, because there's plugs going this side.
Yeah, there's plugs going on there, and that's it. So follow along on all weekend with the lights on and stuff. While Rick's doing that bed and making noise every time I go on camera, I keep forgetting that door needs doing, because that door's open all the time. I always forget that it needs doing, so I'm going to work on this today. It's a bit of a faff because I've got to fill all these bits in with foam and then carpet the entire thing, but again I've got to get around all these edges here, and then when the door's open it's a bit, you know, a bit dodgy. Like, it's a faff, but it's not that difficult. So I've got to take all the door lock off, all that business. Anyway, I'm going to do that. You've seen it before, but a couple of tips is start in the middle. Although there's a window in the middle, I would start on these bits and then work your way out, because it's easier to stretch the carpet outwards rather than trying to stretch it inwards. So I start from the middle, work your way out, and you can carpet the entire thing, because it doesn't matter, because it's going to have a clad fascia thing on it anyway. And then obviously the window's got a surround on it as well, so I'm going to crack on with that and let you have a little look-see. So, I can't remember where I was at. Lindsay Ratford just rang me to ask me how to spell sexy, because she's writing a bio about me for something. Anyway, don't know where I was up to. I've completely forgot. I've swam around the fish tank since then. But anyway, that's where we're at the moment. That's going on one side, water tanks, everything going on that side. I've just actually ordered external shower point, because the customer wants an external shower point. So on this side, but on the outside, is going to be an external shower point, as well as the water fill-up point for the water tank, which is going to go there. Underslung tanks are already here. They've been here a few weeks. They've got to go on. The hole in the floor, you've seen already. I've made that hole in the floor. That's where the diesel heat is going to go. The bubble heater may go on top or slightly in front of, and then the sink is going to go here. So we've got heat, and then hot water, and then sink. The induction hob is going to go more over this side, over the door, so when you open the door you can cook outside and all that business. And then in the middle is where the fridge is going to go. So that's how it's gonna go. I think that's how it's gonna go. Next job today, I've got to do the wooden bits on here, but I don't think I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna crack on with something else. Just done some more bits with the EcoFlow thing. Anyway, listen, let's just crack on with the next job. Yeah, I'll just go as close to it as you can get it, just so it buys us some space in the middle, I guess. But this is the placement of the diesel eater. As you can see, it's one of the new Max speeding rods, diesel eaters with Bluetooth and all that. I'm not gonna install it properly today. I'm not gonna put it all in properly. I've just rested it in there just so that Rick can trip over it. No, so that Rick knows where the bed base is going to go up to, because that's going to go up to about here. So we needed to know where, because of the chassis rails, there's a chassis rail that runs this way and there's a chassis rail that runs there, so you're very limited in these where you put them, and we want it in the garage area, so it needs to go there. We need to be able to, the customer needs to be able to use this space as well, so it is going to be tight under here, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, I'm afraid. We're going to box it in so it'll be a bit better, aren't we?
Child's a tiger.
Yeah, there you go. What you just been sucking on? Thanks to whoever it was that bought us, Richard, Wobbly Willies. Weirdly, he said, I want to see you on camera with them in your mouth. I think that's a bit weird, we're not going to do that, are we? You have just been sucking on it though.
I have been.
But not on camera.
I won't get on it.
What's today's jobs? What's that? Seating area. I'll give them an update on what we've done actually, because I don't think I have yet. So, you can pretty much see how the bed is going to look based on that, and the entrance to get through is big, it's huge, and then you can see this one here. Now, I know somebody's going to say, are you not going to put an hole in it so you can get through from that side? What's the answer to that?
No.
Piss off is the answer to that. No, he don't want one. And yeah, it's meant to separate it all off as a separate compartment. You might notice this raised up bit here, that's because the kitchen is going to go up to there. So it's raised up so that nothing from the kitchen falls into the bed and vice versa. Handy little tip that. So it's still lower there so you can climb into bed, but it's raised up there for the kitchen. And then at the back, it has got a lower bit on it, but that's only as a detail more than anything. And that's what we're looking like in the back. So the tubs are going to be boxed off all the way from this side of the bed to that side of the bed, and same on this side, so that we can mount that water tank on top. And also we've got some stuff coming in. We've got the water heater, etc. We're just running the van again to charge the EcoFlow thing, because we've had the lights and stuff on all day yesterday with no power coming in. So I'm going to knock up a cable, so we can charge it from mains today and get it charged up fully, hopefully. That's my plan. Oh, shower point has arrived. I only ordered that less than 24 hours ago and that arrived dead quick, which is unusual, especially because it was Royal Mail that delivered it. Shower hookup point, external shower point from Bullfinch. Now, somebody followed me on Instagram yesterday, a Scottish van builder, and I looked at the profile and saw that. So I stole their idea. Hot and cold water, I'll show you actually. Right, hot and cold water, that just pops on there like that. You can close it up. When you open it, you just pop that in, and then that is your tap, and then that is your little shower head. Pss, 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 pss. Sound that. Only issue with that is I've got to cut an hole inside that van. But I've got to cut a few holes inside the van. So it's having a water fill-up point on here, and a shower point, and then an electric hookup point on the other side. And really, there ain't a lot of real estate to do that, so I either put it here, which makes it a bit tight, or put it up here, which makes it a bit tight. I think we're going to go up here. When you're my cameraman, it's really important. You've got to keep the camera steady like I do, okay? Because people will complain.
You're good at that.
Right. External shower point, popping in like that. That is your hot and cold mixer tap. And then here we go. But that is demonstrating how that works, and then you just pop it off like that. Close that up. Sealed. There you go. That is done. Just got one more thing marked off here. I'm just waiting on another hole saw to be able to put the water filter point there. So we've took the film off the windows just so you can see, well, see if they let any more light in, but you can see what they look like now without the filming. It looks amazing. Rick started to do the bed frontal, but at the back, so the back-tul, we're going to call it. So that you can see there, the opening to get in, it's slightly off centre because there's going to be water tanks, diesel heaters, etc. on this side. So that's why it's slightly bigger on this side and then slightly narrower on this side because that's where the electrics are going to go. And then also, as you may have just seen, I've done the carpeting on this door, which looks Bobby Dazzler. That all there is so I can get to a cable, but you're not going to see that because it's going to have the wood board on there, the cladding board. But yeah, looking dead sexy. There's going to be a board across the top as per the last van that we did. But it all ties in with all the rest of the carpet. Just bear with me on the noise of the engine. I am just trying to charge them batteries up a little bit because they've been... Are you bored of working with me yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not bored.
Bored. Bored. Bored.
Some days are challenging.
It's true. Right, today's job. Oh, in fact, I'll give him a recap because I didn't show him anything at the end of yesterday.
Right, go on then.
So basically, Rick's built the seating area. I'll climb over and see. It's nicer to see from this side. To get dirty footprints all over everything. So the seating area is huge. And the good thing about this seating area is that each one has its own little lift up base bit. Like this. But this one, secret, that's where the toilet is hidden. So the toilet hides in there. These are pretend pals at the front. But yeah, secret compartment for toilet. But it's looking sexy as now, isn't it?
Secret compartment.
Do you think it's looking sexy?
Yeah, I like it.
So today's job for me at least, Rick's making some wood to box in this area, this wheel well area, and then I can start piecing this together.
Start doing something, can't you?
Yeah, it's already working. We've already got it working on there. But I need to get it all neat and tidy and all that business, and then the bobble stuff's arriving today, hopefully.
Right.
And then we'll be boxing in that side with the bobble heater and the doodah. I think I've showed them
because the door's shut. No, for me, because the door's shut, I always forget. Needs doing.
All right,
do
should we do that today then?
Yeah, well, you're
It's
doing
a nice
that.
easy job, isn't it?
Well, won't go easy, but yeah. Well, you're
Easy
doing
for a
that.
man of your talent.
Meager talent.
Huh?
My meager talent.
Yeah. What, them two boxes behind you?
Surprised.
Well, the bed lats.
Yeah, well, then the bed lats. Alright, that's a surprise over.
IKEA bed lats. Well, bed frame actually, bed frame and lats. Went and bought loads of stuff yesterday, loads of plumbing bits. So we've got the 15mm flexible pipe there, and then a load of fittings ready to start plumbing the shower in, and then the bobble stuff. Yeah, I've already filmed that. The shower point is good, I'm actually really happy with that. Again, the black against the white just looks good, doesn't it? Contrast. right, end of play today. Just want to show you some updates on what's gone on. So all the electrics are now in, and I'll show you that in a second. This door has now been finished with the detailing of the wood there, and the wood at the bottom, the window and everything. That has now been completed. That is it for this part of the van. The rest is in the back. So I must admit, my battery went on my camera and I've been so busy today that I didn't put it on charge, so a lot of the time lapses and stuff are quite short, but I think you'll appreciate it with the amount of work that we've done. Calm. So right now we have ceiling lights, under lights there, on and off, and then the same under there, off and on. Sky Max light on, off, and then that is a permanent on because it's got its own switch. So all of them other things can be powered on the remote. We've got water tanks, etc. on here. I'll label them all. As you can see there, you can label them what they are. I'll label them all eventually when we're done, but as for now, that is all lights on and done. And then the EcoFlow power kit is in. It's temporarily in. I've still got a few more wires to do, which is what this stuff is here, but the DC side of it is more or less done, apart from the water tank and diesel heater, which is on this side. But I'll show you that now. Just bear with me. So I want to show you how easy this is not an advert obviously because I've already done an advert for it, but I'm going to show you how easy this is to wire up. But there's another video all about this, so you can see that. I'll try and post a link to it, but that's basically the wiring. So we've got AC in, all Wago connectors, so you don't have to use any special crimping tools or anything, and then DC in, all positive on that side, negative on that side. The first 6 are remote, so that's what you can use the display panel for, to turn them on and off, and also use the app to turn them on and off. All the rest are just permanent, but again you can run that to your own switches if you want to. AC are all just on these. So you are limited to 6 ACs, but again I'm only going to use 3 probably, if that. And then DC you're limited to 6 remote and 6 permanent or your own switch, but again you could even run that to another fuse board if you wanted to. But that is the very basics of this build, and it's just amazing. Really nice looking stuff, very simple to use, and it beats doing a lot of technical wiring. As you can see, that's the main unit there, houses the charge controller, the AC power, DC to DC power inverter 3000 watts also, and then the 2 big Bertha 2 kilowatt hour batteries there. Now they're not the final batteries that are going in. EcoFlow sent us 2 brand new ones, so these are just for testing for the time being, but when we put the new ones in, they'll be a lot more shinier than that. On the water side, at the moment, this is the setup. So the water tank is on top here, but that's going to be secured down. I've got all the plumbing to do, inlets and all that kind of thing. We've got the Bobble Van's water heater, which just arrived today. That is AC, so it powers by through the inverter, so not 12 volt. And then the max speeding rods Bluetooth diesel heater, which is here, which is going to be hidden behind a panel, which is going to be on there, so you can get to this stuff to service it if you want to, but mainly so it's hidden, and it's going to look nice through this door here. Well, not a door, through this entrance here. I've even carpeted the bed supports so that it looks all sexy and that. Just attention to detail, as you can see. Now, we have been able to stretch our legs a little bit more on this build because the budget was bigger than some of the other builds we've had. And when we always say this is going to be the best one yet, we're not being disrespectful towards any previous builds. We're just trying to constantly improve on every build. And while ever we are improving on every build, we are happy. If we ever say this one's going to be worse than the last one, then you need to start complaining. So, thank you very much for watching. Next week will be there'll be some big changes, more furniture. The kitchen's going in next week. The plumbing should be in next week, and we're not far off. I'm talking 2-3 weeks. We've got somebody coming to do the flooring, which is in 2 weeks' time. But I hope that you're enjoying the series. Again, I say it every time, I hope you're really enjoying it. I hope you've had a good time watching it. I hope we've been entertaining as well as informative, something that we're never either of those things. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good time. Have a good one. Bye, Felicia.